Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Why do you see my back? There we go. We're here in Garden Tower Defense, one of my more favorite games that I currently play, and I've been on the internet trying to find a actual, absolute beginner guide, and I couldn't find one. So, I went on to Discord, talked to some pro players, I went on Google, went on YouTube, I watched, this is no lie, every beginner guide that this game has to offer. Most of them are outdated, and most of them are people with crazy units. There's nobody actually showing you the beginning and the beginner process on how to make your first, maybe, I think I made about maybe 70,000 seeds, 100,000 seeds, somewhere along those lines, and nobody's explaining what are really good beginner units that you can use in starter units for absolute beginners. So I'm gonna do this in this video. So stay with me, trust me, you're gonna learn something, and if you did, write a comment please, and maybe like the video, dislike the video if you didn't like it, tell me some constructive criticism, and let's get into it. So, when you start out the game, right after the tutorial, you don't have much choice. The first thing I did, I'm going to explain to you the map, some sites or some codes that you can use, because they have helped me a lot in gaining some of these things. So I'm going to pull up the codes right now. Obviously these codes will expire if you watch this video a little bit later, so make sure to go on Google and type in Garden Tower Defense codes, and there's a lot of sites like B-Bomb or Pocket Tactics, Eurogamer. There's a lot of sites where you can find active codes, or you're going to go on the Discord channel, which you can find on the Roblox page. If you scroll down a little bit, there's a tab called codes with the Discord icon. You can go on their site, verify on the Discord, and they will have a section which is called codes. You will see all the active codes. I've used them. I'm gonna show you some of the codes that are active right now. I think the ones that worked for me now is PvP. I'm gonna type it into the chat here. I'm gonna write active codes. Use those, and I'm going to show you on which ones you might want to use it. There's another one that's going to work, which is going to give you 750 seeds, which is Fight Me. And then there's another one called Rainbow, which is also going to give you 500 seeds. 500 seeds, sorry. And the other ones are expired. So these are the active codes right now. You can use them. The way you use them is simple. You go into the shop, and down here you have codes, and this is where you can put them in there. So it's PvP, it's Fight Me, and it is Rainbow. Use those. If they are expired, again, go on the Discord server and try to find the active ones. Another thing that's really important before you start properly playing the game, get the free reward system here. You go in here, you like the game, and you join the group on Discord. I don't really have to show you how that works, right? You should know by now how that works too. Okay, so let's talk about some units that are gonna be really your friend. In the beginning, I've done, and that you should do as well, before buying any crazy units. We're gonna look into that in a second, but go to the pick map, play the first map, do solo potentially. I only play solo. I don't play with friends, so you will not get any tips from me. You gotta have a friend, or you gotta have people gift stuff to you. We're not gonna do that in this video. So if you go in here, pick the map, choose the easiest one, and try to get yourself 10 wins, because that's gonna be later what I'm about to show you here. You gotta get 10 wins, because later on you will be able to unlock this over here, which is gonna be the Bartholomew Bartoleve guy. You need to have 10 wins. This doesn't show it to you, but you need to get 10 wins, so to buy from this store, okay? Later on you can get yourself, because getting 25,000 seeds will take me probably about 1.5 hours, maybe not even, depending on how far I'm gonna get in. So you will be able to get and buy yourself these red units, which is really gonna be helpful in the beginning. But what are you gonna do with all of the seeds that you get from the code? So you're gonna go to the summon here, and I'm gonna explain to you how the summon works, because the summon keeps changing once in a while, right? So you can see here new units in 13 minutes. These things are going to change. This one has been kind of like the same most of the time, but the tropical chest, the chest that you can get here, the tropical summon and the astral summon, they keep changing. Also, in most of the beginner guides that I see, people tell you to go, you know, get the log or get the lawnmower and go into the back garden, but there's no back garden anymore. They removed it because they probably knew it was way too OP. At least I couldn't find it anymore, and it was replaced with the PvP zone, which is also pretty good, but you know, you shouldn't think about PvP in the beginning. So let's talk about some units that are actually really good for beginners and that actually help you a lot. So we're gonna go into the summon here, we're gonna go into the classic. Don't try to go for the Bloodvine, because it's really hard to get. You can see how many players the game has, and it only has 40,000 units. Don't go with it. I'm gonna tell you from these ones which ones are the ones that you definitely should get. Number one is the farmer. You can kind of skip on the gnome and the potato, but the farmer is really, really good. Not the best starter unit the game has to offer, no, but it's really good for anybody out there that wants to start with a game. So the farmer is good. I don't know if you get the farmer straight from the get-go, from the beginning, not really sure, but I think you get the tomato from the beginning, right? So you want to get the farmer, you want to get the money tree. This is your money unit in the game that you can use. I use it all the time. Right now I was trying out a build here that I worked on, which I'm not going to be using. So the money tree is always part of it. Especially, it's going to be one of the best units for the beginners out there to get. Now, here are the optional, well, not necessarily the optional one, but you should be grinding this chest until you get palm tree and watermelon. These two have helped me extremely much in the survival mode, because this is going to be your first best income of making about, well, let's say 12 to 20,000 an hour. Most of the time I make about 12,000 if you die at the last stage, but I'm gonna make a full guide on survival later on. But you should get watermelon. Watermelon should be the first red unit that you should get, because that has helped me tremendously. It's like a little bit of a, how do I say this? It's like a machine gun. It just like kills so many in survival mode. It is absolutely, it has been carrying me through survival mode, easy mode as much as possible. So try to get the farmer, the money tree, the palm tree, because that one actually does phenomenal damage over time. Like, it's a really, really strong unit, and you can cast a lot of palm trees. I made a video on the jungle build, I call it, but it's so good. I'm gonna upload this all in the next coming up days. So yeah, so try to get the farmer, money tree, palm tree, and watermelon. If you along the way grab broccoli, it's okay. You can use the sunflower as well, but from the basic crate, of course, if you get bloodvine, this is one of the S tier units, but don't grind for it, because you're gonna waste a lot of seeds. It's not worth it. So what you really should go is farmer, money tree, palm tree, and watermelon. Now let's talk about the other chest that I see right now, the Astro Summon. The only one that I necessarily would tell you, obviously the Robo Flower and the Mud Mauler, if you get them along the way, is good, but don't grind for them. The only one that you should really grind for is the UFO Seedling. Yeah, Seedling it's called, right? Yeah, the UFO Seedling is a UFO that spawns, and you can put multiple UFOs in the game by spawning more of the UFO Seedlings. I think you can spawn about 5, and they spawn, keep spawning UFOs that follow along the map, trying to track down enemies and attack them. And if you max them out later on, if you have money tree as well. Now, you don't need money tree. I've been doing fine without money tree, so I've been able to finish the entirety of it. But UFO Seedling is definitely the next step that you should go for, because it's really overpowered in killing bosses, because it just like, the UFOs literally fly to them and they just like swarm basically the enemy. So really, really powerful. Try to get this one as well. I do have the Collie Cannon. I wasn't too happy with it. You can still use it, but I think another setup, which we're gonna talk about here in a second, is so much better. So yeah, try to go for that as well. And for the Tropical Summon, I would probably only say that you should go for the Lawnmower. The Lawnmower is really good as well. It's like a trap. You press down on it, and it literally is really good for your other just normal plays. I mean, the Lawnmower and the Log is not necessarily good for survival, but if you don't like the survival mode and you just want to play the classic tower defense mode, Lawnmower can be an option and could be interesting. But they've got this one, and the Log got nerfed, as I found out, so they are not the highest choice. But if you have seeds over and you don't want to save for one of the limited ones, the Lawnmower is definitely one that you could technically go for. But you can also get a Lawnmower by playing PvP and win 10 games, which is another Lawnmower technically, but it's still a Lawnmower. So yeah, if you have money over, try to go for it. I'm gonna show you some more units that I have right now. You can see I did get myself the Fisherman, got pretty lucky with that one. I don't even remember how I got that one, but the Fisherman isn't really good. I mean, it is considered A tier or B tier, because it pulls back the enemy. The Fisherman Rod flings the enemy backwards, like it comes coming backwards, so you have some more time to damage it. So it could be a nice support unit there, but I haven't necessarily found a way of necessarily like making it work really well. Now for, I did get the Spore Fang. The Spore Fang you have a 1% chance on easy mode and survival mode to drop it each round. So, yeah, the Spore Fang is actually pretty good. I tried it. It does quite a bit of damage. I'm not fully done testing it in survival mode because yesterday I was too tired. I've gathered all of these ones when I was, you know, yesterday in one day in about 5 to 6 hours. I got a little bit lucky here and there, but I only played survival mode. I don't even play the classic mode. The survival mode makes you so much more money, so I stuck with survival mode, and I think you should too. But if you don't like it, you can do something else. But again, UFO Seedling is not necessarily needed. What you would kind of need for making it work in survival mode, you can make any kind of unit work, but I would say the Farmer or Cabbage. Cabbage is actually the second best starter unit in the game. At least that's what people telling me, or they might have trolled me, don't know. But the Cabbage has been doing me justice, so it helped me out a lot. So it's definitely going to be my starter unit for anything that I have in here. Another one that is worth mentioning is Slingshot. Slingshot is not a bad starter unit as well. You can use Slingshot. People were talking about a few other ones that I've seen, but these are the ones that I personally think are really, really good to start off with. If you're a pro player and you watch this video for some reason, let me know in the comment section below what do you think of this idea. But yeah, I also had some success, major success in the beginning with classic tower defense with Lumberjack, because if you buff him up, he actually does quite a fair amount of damage, so that was pretty good. Now, the reason why I talked to you about this one is because if you get 10 wins, and I had Cabbage in here, so it keeps leaving and coming back with new items and new, you know, units that you can use. And I have had Cabbage in here, and there it is. Cabbage is a really good unit. Try to get it. Okay, so let's talk about a few more ways of making seeds. One of them is AFK. If you join the group and like the game, you will have about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which kind of almost equals to 600 seeds an hour. So if you go to school or if you go somewhere and you can kind of like run an old phone on charge mode in the background, you would want to go to the AFK lounge. So if you make about 10, if you go in there for 10 hours, you make about 6,000 seeds, I think, for 10 hours. It's not a huge way of doing it. Like, it's a really, like, if you really just want to AFK farm, then this would definitely make sense. Otherwise, if you don't have another way of making, you know, if you can't do AFK, then don't do it. This is just if you have like a old phone that is already broken down and you can just like leave it on charge, and you know, that's a way to do it. But yeah, anyway, so the way you get the log and Slingshot is through this quest situation here, which is very nice as well. There are some good ones in there. I think Prism Leaf might be good. Only 214 have it. Wow. Might be a good unit. I don't know about the other ones. I know that you can get the log, the rolling log here, but I haven't found a way to make it work with anything, to be honest. So since they removed the back garden, I don't think this rolling log is any good way of doing it. At least I haven't found it, because I've seen videos that's like 5 days ago, and I've been looking around and I just don't know if I can find it or if I'm too stupid. Maybe I am. Maybe it is endless mode. Haven't tried it. Don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's what I got for you for today. These are the units that I personally think are really worth it. Of course, if you can get like one of these guys here later on, then yeah, you should be saving up for it. And if you want to spend some Robux, I would recommend VIP, and there's another one that I recommend, which is the ×2 seeds, of course. But overall, ladies and gents, that is it for the basic beginner guide. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can do survival mode. I'm going to do a little bit of an edit there so you can see how far you can go with it. I got to level 3, so I make about 12,000 roughly an hour, which is still not a lot, but I'm a beginner, so beginners usually do that. There's also some limited ones over here. If you don't know what they do, and if you want to find out, go on Google, type in... sorry. I just woke up and I have a long day ahead of me today. Type in Garden Tower Defense tier list, and you can search up your the units that are in here. That's how I've been doing it, at least. And that's all. That's all I got for you for today. This is the actual absolute beginner's guide that I figured out. As soon as I figure out more information, I'm gonna let you guys know. I would appreciate a sub. Goodbye.